In the 1930s and 40s, everyone loved the big bands, like the Glenn Miller Band. And the Tommy Dorsey Band. This was also the era of the crooners, the big band singers who went solo, and Bing Crosby was the biggest of them all. And in the early 50s, Afro-American singers started getting play on white radio. Nat King Cole was one of them. However, unbeknown to anyone, it was all to change in the late 50s. There was an explosion that changed the course of music forever, and they called it rock and roll.
1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock.
You shake my nerves and you rattle my brain. Well, this is why I make
But the bridge between the crooners and the rock singers was a singer-songwriter who conquered the world. They call him the father of rock and roll, and his name, Johnny Ray.
If your sweetheart sends a letter.
And this is his story.
All by myself, no one to talk with, but I'm happy on the shelf. Ain't misbehaving, saving my love for you. I know for certain the one that I love, I'm through with flirting, it's just you I'm thinking of. I ain't misbehaving, saving my love for you. Like Jack Horner in the corner, out of nowhere, what do I care? Your kisses are worth waiting for. Believe me, honey, I don't go out late, don't care to go. I'm home about 8, me and my radio. I'm misbehaving, saving my love for you. Like Jack Horner in the corner, nowhere, what do I care? Your kisses are worth waiting for. Believe me, honey, I don't go out late, don't care to go. I'm home about 8, me and my radio. I ain't misbehaving, saving my love for you. Saving my love. Baby, how they talk, baby, how they talk, baby, it's the talk of the town. I can't show my face, I can't go any place. People stop and stare, it's so hard to bear. Everybody knows you've left me, it's the talk of the town. Every time we meet, I just stop to speak, though it's just a week, we don't stop to speak. Everybody knows you've left me, it's the talk of the town. We sent out invitation to friends and relations, announcing our wedding day. Those friends and relations gave congratulations. How can I face them? What can I say? Well, let's make up, sweetheart. Don't let's say apart. We can't let foolish pride keep you from my side. Everybody knows you've left me, It's the talk of the town. Whoa. All dolled up in glad rags, but tomorrow may turn to sad rags. My poor little glad rag doll. I know that you're desired, I know that you're invited, but only by lovers who soon grow tired. My poor little glad rag doll. You're just a pretty little toy they all like to play with. You're not the kind they have on their mind to grow old and gray with. Well, don't you make this the end, dear. It's never too late to make amends, dear. My poor little rag doll. You're just a pretty little toy they all like to play with. You're not the kind they have on their mind. You're just a toy for them today, so listen to what I say now. Well, don't you make this the end, dear. It's never too late to make amends, dear. My poor little glad rag doll.
Johnny Ray was born in 1929, so he grew up at the time of the big bands and when the blues singers, Billie Holiday. In fact, Billie Holiday was one of his favorites. K-Star was another one of his favorites. He was a piano player, loved to play piano, jazz, and blues was the main thing that he was into, and tried to get some things going in the late 40s, but nothing really too much happened. So he headed off to Detroit. Now, Detroit was where all the black music was going, all the blues, as I just said, and there was a club there called the Flame Club, and that was only blacks. Somehow he went there and he got the job as the piano guy in the intermission between the stars. But he was so good that they decided to put him as a star as well. So he actually was the first white guy to do so very, very well in a black club. And of course, remember, these were the times when the blacks were over here and at the back of the bus, and the whites were over here at the front of the bus. So it was something else. But because of that, he also gained a lot of enemies. A lot of people didn't like the fact that he was fraternizing with those people and called him nigger lover and all that stuff. And unfortunately, it was a bit of a hard travel for him, and a lot of that lasted right through his life. But while he was there, he managed to secure a record contract with OK Records, a black label once again, and he was a songwriter. So his first record was a record with 2 songs that he wrote, and I'm going to do one for you now, and it's a great bluesy jazz song. It's called Whiskey and Gin. I've got me a gal who loves whiskey and gin. Yes, I've got me a gal who drinks whiskey and gin. Well, she kisses me goodnight, hugs and squeezes me tight. Oh Lord, I just love it so. Then she turns out the light, there ain't a cloud in sight. She takes me to the river where the still waters flow. I got me a gal who drinks whiskey and gin. But who knows where love begins or where it ends. I guess I know this lush life has got to go.
although it ain't a sin to love a gal who drinks whiskey and gin. Well, she kisses me goodnight, hugs and squeezes me tight. Oh Lord, I just love it so. Then she turns out the light. There ain't no cloud in sight. She takes me to the river where the still waters flow. I got me a gal who drinks whiskey and gin. But who knows where love begins or where it ends. Well, I never much care what other folks say. I'm gonna love my baby in my own special way. Well, she is my baby. Here's another one that he wrote. I'll never fall in love again. It's all over now. It takes a heart to know the end. I tried to feel the thrill of romance and love, and let my foolish heart become enchanted by starlight above. I'll pretend I never heard a tender, loving word from you. You found another love and forgotten every joy we knew. Please help me understand the way the angels planned our love affair to end. I'll never fall in love again. I want you to la la with me. La 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 pretend I never heard a tender, loving word from you. You found another love and forgotten every joy we knew. Please help me understand the way the angels planned our love affair to end. I'll never fall. I'll never fall in love again. Oh, thank you so much. Well, he grew up, as I said before, as a teenager in the early 30s. And of course, he was exposed to the songs that we now call the standards. They weren't then, they were brand new songs then, and he loved them. And when it was his chance to record and do lots and lots of albums, and he recorded nearly 500 songs over his whole career, he chose many and many of the songs that meant so much to him as a teenager. I guess much like we do ourselves when we record. We go back and think, gee, I like that song. That I remember the song when I was young. I think I'll put that on my album. Well, he did that. And some of the songs were beautiful songs, the standards that will last forever. And here's a couple. You must remember this. A kiss is still a kiss. A sigh is still a sigh. The fundamental things apply as time goes by. And when two lovers meet, still say I love you. On this you can rely. No matter what the future brings, as time goes by. Moonlight and love songs, never out of date. Hearts full of passion, jealousy and hate. Woman loves man, and man must have his mate, and nobody can deny. It's still the same old story. A case of love and joy, a case of live or die. No matter what the future brings, as time goes by. Don't blame me for falling in love with you. I'm under your spell, but how can I help it? Don't blame me. Can't you see? Oh, when you do the things you do, my heart can't conceive the thrill that I'm feeling. Don't blame me. I can't help it if that doggone moon makes me want someone like you to love. Blame your kiss, as sweet as a kiss can be, and blame all your charms that melt in my arms, but don't blame me. You know this? Yeah. Somebody stole my gal. Somebody stole my pal. Somebody came and took her away from me. She didn't even say, hey, I'm leaving. That kisses I love so. And many, many times she said she loved me so. Oh, now I know, yes, now I know just how much you really love me so. I'm pretty broken up, pretty broken hearted now. Somebody stole my gal. Somebody stole my gal. Somebody stole my pal. Some rotten alley cat came and took her away from me. He didn't even say, hey, we're leaving. That kisses I love so. And the many, many times she said she loved me so. And now I know, yes, now I know just how much you really love me so. I'm pretty broken hearted now. Somebody stole my
Oh, thank you so much. Well, you know, Tony Bennett, everybody knows Tony Bennett. He's had a resurgence with his career quite recently. And back in the times when Johnny Ray was around, Tony Bennett was also around. And he referred to him as the bridge between the crooners and rock and roll, the father of rock and roll, he said. Still says it right to this day. He was a big fan of Johnny Ray's as well. And that's about true. He was the first pop singer. And all the other singers, like Bing Crosby and all those guys, they were band singers. They came out of bands, you know, Tommy Dorsey, the Glenn Miller Band, and all those different bands. These guys were the front singers, and then they split off to become stars themselves. Whereas Johnny Ray started off being just a little single dude himself. And of course, if he was the first pop star, the songs that he sang and took to the top, I guess it would be the first pop songs, just like these ones that hit number one.
Talk to her, please, Mr. Sun. Speak to her, Mr. Robin, and take her under your branches, please, Mr. Tree. Whisper to her, Mr. Wind. Sing to her, Mr. Robin, and Mrs. Moonlight, put in a word for me. Tell her how I feel. It shouldn't end this way. But because you are all her friends, she'll possibly listen to whatever you have to say. Babble to her, Mr. Brew. Kiss her for me, Miss Raindrop, and watch to see all they do. Please, Mr. Sun. He left the day I saw you leave. I laughed and said I'd never grieve, but after my laughter came tears. I told my friends I didn't care. I laughed about our love affair, but after my laughter came tears. My pride kept me from telling them that I was blue, but myself, you'll never know what I've been through. My lips conceal a heart in pain. I make believe, but all in vain. For after my laughter came tears. My pride kept me from telling them that I was blue. Oh, but by myself, you never know just what I've been through. My sincere, a heart in pain. I make believe, but all in vain. 'Cause after my laughter came tears. Go away.
Here's one song that he recorded, and it was banned at first. They said, that's it, no good. But then later on, they sort of snuck it through, a few of the stations anyway. It's nothing now, absolutely nothing. Goodness knows what they record today. But back then, this song was very, very, very risque.
Well, it makes me laugh, it makes me cry, it makes me happy and it makes me sigh. Ooh, ah, ooh, this is love. Well, it makes me smile, it makes me beam, it makes me silly and it makes me scream. Ooh, ah, ooh, this is love. Fascination, strange sensation, beautiful hallucinations, visions of the one I'm dreaming of. Well, it makes me jump and it makes me whistle. My heart explodes like a guided missile. Ooh, ah, ooh, this is love. Fascination, strange sensation, beautiful hallucinations, visions of the one I'm dreaming of. But it makes me jump, it makes me whistle. My heart explodes like a guided missile. Ooh, ah, ooh, this is love. Woo!
My cute little yucky dokie dokie.
F or G? F, win it. F.
Me. My dog has fleas. Okay, that's the official way to do it. My dog has fleas. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to whistle, and then I'm going to ask you to whistle, and then we'll all go into it together. Okay, ready? Here we go. Now, this is what you'll whistle like. I'll do it first. Okay? Now, do you reckon you can do that?
I can do that.
I know it's hard. Mind you, it's harder for me up here with a microphone because you try and whistle into a microphone and the wind hits it and comes back. But we'll all try together. You ready? All of us here. 2, 3, 4. Just walking in the rain, just walking in the rain, getting soaking wet. Walking in the rain, torturing my heart. Walking in the rain, but trying to forget. Just walking in the rain, just walking in the rain, all alone and blue. Walking in the rain, all because of my heart. Walking in the rain, still remembers you. People come to the windows, they always stare at me. Oh, shake their heads in silence, saying, who can that fool be? Just walking in the rain, walking in the rain, all alone and blue. Walking in the rain, all because of my heart. Walking in the rain, still remembers you. Walking in the rain, all because of my heart. Walking in the rain, still remembers you. Just walking in the rain. Oh, tremendous whistles. Absolutely, no doubt about it. Just beautiful stuff. Okay, well, you know, if you were old enough, I'm not too sure whether they've got too many here that are that old, but if you were old enough, you'd remember maybe 20 years ago, I guess, at this place here and every other club around the place, one of the major highlights of the night during the dancing was the barn dance. Huh? Dun, 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 dun. Remember the barn dance? That's the way that you'd get to meet who you wanted to meet. You know, you didn't have the guts to go over there and say, hello, could I have this dance, please? So you think, oh, God, you know, here's the dance. I'll get here, and, oh, she's coming around here, 10, 9, 8, 7, and then you go and you'd freeze. The barn dance. Well, the king of the barn dance was Johnny Ray, and this was the king's song. If you got some space, you can get up to it. Well, June, but it's great after being out late, walking my baby back home. Then I'm over meadow and farm, walking my baby back home. Oh, we go along harmonizing a song, or I'm reciting a poem. Hours go by and they give me the eye, walking my baby back home. We stop for a while, she gives me a smile and snuggles her head to my chest. We starting to pet, and that's when I get a talc all over my vest. After I kind of straighten my tie, she wants to borrow my comb. Whoa! A kiss, then we'll continue again, walking the baby back home. We stop for a while, she gives me a smile and snuggles her head to my chest. And that's when I get a talcum all over my vest. After I kind of straighten my tie, she wants to borrow my comb. Well, one kiss, then we'll continue again, walking my baby back home. You know, these days, if you have a hit record, straight away they grab you and they put you in a TV show. They put you in a movie. All of a sudden, you're a monstrous movie star. And it all started from just making records. Back in those days, it was the first of that, and Johnny Ray was the first. They got him, and he was so big they just couldn't ignore him. So they put him in a movie. A movie was called There's No Business Like Show Business. I don't know if anyone saw it or not, but it was a bit of a flop. Marilyn Monroe was in it. She was right at the height of her career, and of course Johnny Ray and several other people. Didn't do too well because Johnny, unfortunately, he sort of froze. As soon as the camera went on, boom, just like this. And which is really strange because here's the guy that throws himself all over the stage and does all that stuff. But with a camera in front of him, he wasn't any good. So he didn't do any more movies. They didn't ask him anymore. But what they did do, because they couldn't just ignore him, he was so big, they got him to sing themes to the movies. And The Pajama Game happened to be a big movie that was coming out with Rock Hudson and Doris Day. And here are two songs that he sang in The Pajama Game. You know the song, so I want to hear you. Hey there, you with the stars in your eyes. Love never made a fool of you. You used to be so fine. Hey there, you on that high-flying cloud. Though he won't throw a crumb to you, you think someday he'll come to you. Better forget her with her nose in the air. She's got you dancing on a string, breaking, and she won't care. Oh, why don't you take this advice I hand
hand you like a brother? Or are you and I seeing things too clear? Are you too much in love to hear? Is it all going in one ear and out the other? To take this advice, I hand you like a brother. Or are you not seeing things too clear? Are you too much in love to hear? Is it all going in one ear and out the other? Secluded place, a place where no one knows your face. A glass of wine, a fast embrace. It's called Hernando's Hideaway. All you see are silhouettes, and all you hear are castanets. And no one cares how late it gets. Not in Hernando's Hideaway. At the Golden Finger Bowl or any place you go, you'll meet your Michael Max and everyone you know. If you go to the place that I am thinking of, you will be free to gaze at me and talk of love just 3 times and whisper love. We're set by you, just a match, and you will know you're in Hernando's Hideaway. Ole! You're in Hernando's Hideaway. Oh dear. Okay, here's another one of the pop songs that he brought out. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Build your love, build your love. Oh well, I built your love and a strong foundation, and happiness will follow you. Build your love on a strong foundation, and you will have a love that's true. Build your love, the formula for love success. Build your love, a gentle word of tenderness. Build your love, a little bit of thoughtfulness. Then your love will stand the test. Build your love on a strong foundation, and happiness will follow you. Build your love on a strong foundation, and you will have a love that's true. Build your love, keep your love forever new. Build your love, keep your promises true. Build your love, don't ever let a day go by. Build your love, she'll always be right by your side. Build your love on a strong foundation, and happiness will follow you. Build your love on a strong foundation, and you will have a love that's true. Build your love in the power when she's blue. Build your love, give her some understanding too. Build your love, don't ever let a day go by. Build your love, she'll be right by your side. Build your love on a strong foundation, and happiness will follow you. Build your love on a strong foundation, and you will have a love that's true. Build your love on a strong foundation, happiness will follow you. Build your love on a strong foundation, and you will have a love that's true. Build your love, give her the power when she's blue. Build your love, give her some understanding too. Build your love, don't ever let a day go by. Build your love, build your love, build your love.
This is another little, one of those rockabilly type songs. They turned out to be rockabilly songs later on. They were songs that people like myself and Ricky Nelson and, you know, those sort of more gentle types of singers used to sing in that time. But of course, once again, Johnny Ray was the first ones to do it, and here it is. 2, 3, 4. Pretty little song. Don't be nice to me just because I'm your used to be. Forget me, you don't owe me a thing. My heart is crying now, but it'll get well out somehow. Forget me, you don't owe me a thing. You lend your heart, you never give. I guess I should have known. Those teardrops falling from my eyes are interest on a loan. Don't be nice to me just because I'm your used to be. Forget me, you don't owe me a thing. Okay, Tony. Forget me, you don't owe me a thing. You lend your heart, you never give. I guess I should have known. Those teardrops falling from my eyes are interest on a loan. Don't be nice to me just because I'm used to be. Forget me, you don't owe me a thing. Okay, just like so many of those singers in the United States that liked the blues and all that, they also liked gospel songs. And of course, we know Elvis just sang so many of those songs, recorded so many, and that was his major primary love in music, with the gospel songs. Well, Johnny Ray wasn't so much the gospel songs, although that was in it, but he liked the spiritual songs, and he wrote many, many of them. Some very, very beautiful songs that are played and that were on his albums. But this is one of the songs that I would imagine that everyone that's into gospel music or spiritual music would have sang this at one stage or another. So I just want you to clap with me. Come on. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Keep clapping, come on. Up above my head, that's music in the air. Above my head, up above my head, that's music in the air. Up above my head, that's music in the air. I really do believe, I really do believe, I really do believe there's a heaven somewhere. I hear the music since the day I was born. I don't care what the good Lord said, 'cause I hear the music and it's up above my head. Up above my head. That music in the air. Above my head. Up above my head. Above my head. That music in the air. Up above my head. That music in the air. I really do believe. 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 There's a heaven somewhere. Thank you, Warren. I believe for every drop of rain that falls,
a flower grows. I believe that somewhere in the darkest night a candle glows. I believe for everyone who goes astray, someone will come to show the way. I believe above the storm, the smallest prayer will still be heard. And I believe that someone in the great somewhere hears every word. Every time I hear a newborn baby cry, oh, touch a leaf, or see the sky, then I know I
Well, thank you. Thank you. One of the most recorded spiritual gospel songs ever, I believe. Okay, Elvis was refused entry into the Opry because they said he was too risque, jumping all over the place and singing songs, country songs that weren't in the traditional manner. So they said, no, sorry, you can't come to Nashville Grand Ole Opry. So what he did, he went down to Louisiana, and there was a place down there that had its own sort of little Opry. It was called Louisiana Hayride. And he used to do lots and lots of songs, and this was the time when he was called the Hillbilly Cat, before he was really, really popular. And he was still singing Johnny Ray songs, but he was singing them in a rockabilly type of beat. And we'll show that to you a little bit later on. And one of the songs that he used to sing, in fact, there's a clip, I think it's on YouTube somewhere, wandering around singing this song, this great Johnny Ray song that was a real beauty back about 1952 or something like that. Here it goes.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. When I get the blues, get me rocking chair. When I get the blues, get me a rocking chair. When I get lonesome, I want to get out of here. When I get lonesome, pick up the telephone. When I get lonesome, pick up the telephone. I call my baby, tell her I'm coming home. I'm gonna flip, flop, fly. I don't care if I die. I'm gonna flip, flop, fly. I don't care if I die. Don't ever, ever leave me, baby. Don't ever, ever say goodbye. Tony, ladies and gentlemen. And Warren. I'm like a Mississippi bullfrog sitting on a hollow stump. Like a Mississippi bullfrog sitting on a hollow stump. I got so many, many women, I don't know which way to jump. I'm gonna flip, flop, fly. I don't care if I die. I'm gonna flip, flop, fly. I don't care if I die. Don't ever, ever leave me, baby. Don't ever, ever say goodbye.
Well, just after he made his first record, which is a song I sang before, the Whiskey and Gin, he went back. He was from Oregon, over on the west coast, up there near Portland, above California. And he went back over there on just a little poor farming place he was from, and their house was just near the river. So he went down, went there, and he's a very, very a very private sort of a guy, and didn't have much esteem, unfortunately. Anyway, this particular time he went back there and to celebrate the fact that he had actually made a record and he was starting to do okay. And he went to the house, they put a bit of a party on for him, and he was there for a while. Then they wondered where he was, they couldn't find him. And the sister walked around and went down to the creek, down to the river, and there he was, down there writing. She said, "What are you doing?" He said, "I'm just writing a song, a bit of poetry." And that was the end of it. He went back to Detroit and recorded again, and that little bit of stuff he was writing down became one of the world's biggest songs ever. And this was it. Thank you, Tony. I went walking down by the river, feeling very sad inside, when all at once I saw in the sky the little white cloud that cried. He told me he was very lonesome. No one cared if he lived or died. He said sometimes the thunder and lightning would make all the little clouds hide. He said have faith in all kinds of weather, though the sun will always shine. Do your best and always remember the dark clouds pass with time. He asked me to tell all the world just how hard those little clouds try, and that is why I'll always remember the white cloud that sat right down and cried. If your sweetheart sends a letter of goodbye, it's no secret you'll feel better if you cry. When waking from a bad dream, don't you sometimes think it's real? But it's only false emotions that you feel. If your heartaches seem to hang around too long, and your blues keep getting bluer with each song, remember, sunshine can be found behind a cloudy sky. So let your head down, go on and cry. If the heartache seems to hang around too long, and your blues keep getting bluer with these songs, remember, sunshine can be found behind the clouds.
bop, boom, billy, boom, boom. Yep, yep, you bop, boom.
Promise me your lips are mine.
Yep, yep, you bop, boom, billy, boom, boom.
Josephine, tonight's the time.
Yep, yep, you bop, boom, billy, boom, boom.
I will kiss and hold you tight.
Yep, yep, you bop, boom, billy, boom, boom.
Pack each kiss with dynamite.
Yep, yep, you bop, boom.
Yes, tonight. Josephine, yes, tonight.
Yes, tonight.
Everything, Josephine, will be alright.
I'll be alright.
I'm gonna give my heart to you. Don't ask me if tonight, Josephine, yes, tonight.
Yes, tonight.
I have loved you from the start.
Yep, yep, you bop, boom, billy, boom, boom.
I will keep you in my heart.
Yep, yep, you bop, boom, billy, boom, boom.
I will get you by and by.
Yep, yep, you bop, boom, billy, boom, boom.
If I don't, I sure will try.
Yep, yep, you bop, boom.
Yes, tonight, Josephine. Yes, tonight.
Yes, tonight.
Everything, Josephine, will be alright.
I'll be alright.
I'm gonna give my heart. Don't ask me if I'm tonight, Josephine. Yes, tonight.
Yes, tonight.
Ooh, tonight, Josephine. Yes, tonight.
Yes, tonight.
Everything, Josephine, will be alright.
Be alright.
I'm gonna give my heart to you. Don't ask me if I'm tonight, Josephine. Yes, tonight.
Yes, tonight.
Oh, tonight, Josephine. Yes, tonight.
Yes, tonight.
You know, unfortunately, Johnny Ray passed away in 1990 of liver failure. He was into the booze quite a lot because of his esteem. He never really had the confidence and all that. There was a lot of forces against him. Frank Sinatra hated him because he dethroned him from being the most popular and never forgave him when he walked into a dressing room one time when he was married to Ava Gardner. And Ava Gardner was a Johnny Ray fan and happened to go into the dressing room and sit on his knee for a couple of seconds. Frank Sinatra came in and freaked out, never forgave him, and made it very, very difficult for him. So anyway, poor old John hit the booze a little bit, which was a shame. And he died only 62 years of age, very, very young. But if he was around and wherever he is at the moment, maybe the sentiments of these songs, or this particular song, would appeal to him. Don't forget to love me. Don't forget to write me. Miss me just a little while I'm gone. Keep the love light burning. Oh, wait for my returning. Miss me just a little while I'm gone. And with those waiting seems a waste of time, and sundown makes you blue. Dry your eyes and know that I'm alone and lonesome too. Keep that love light burning. Oh, wait for my returning. Miss me just a little while I'm gone. And if that waiting seems a waste of time and sundown makes you blue, well, dry your eyes and know that I'm alone and lonesome too. Keep that love light burning. Wait for my returning. Miss me just a little while I'm gone. Miss me just a little while I'm gone. It was a night, oh, what a night it was, it really was such a night. Well, I moved back, oh, how funny it was, it really
I had to fall in love. Whoa, what's a kiss? Ooh, what a kiss it was, really was such a kiss. Oh, well, how she could kiss. Oh, when a kiss it was, really was such a kiss. Just the thought of her lips sets me on fire. I reminisce, and I feel desire. Well, I gave my heart to her in sweet surrender. How well I remember, I'll always remember. Ooh, that night, oh, that night really was such a night. Came the dawn, and my heart at night, and my love was gone. Well, but I'll never forget the kiss and the how well I remember, I'll always remember. Woo! That night, oh, what a night it was, really was such a night. Came the dawn, and my heart at night, and my love was gone. Well, I'll never forget the kiss and the ooh, such a kiss. Whoa, such a night. Oh, such a night. Oh, what a night it was, really was such a night. And when we kissed, I had to fall in love. I gave my heart to her in sweet surrender. How well I remember, I'll always remember. That night, oh, what a night it was, really was such a night. And when we kissed, I had to fall in love. And now she's gone, gone, gone. Yeah, she's gone. In the dawn, 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 and my heart was gone. But before that dawn, yeah, before that dawn, ooh, before that dawn, oh, such a night, ooh, yeah, such a night. Now she's gone, gone, gone. Yeah, she's gone, gone, gone. Came the dawn, 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 and my heart was gone. But before that dawn, and before that dawn, that dawn, such a night.
I just saw the tribute show Cry with Lonnie Lee. Absolutely fantastic. Enjoyed every moment.
Fabulous.
Great show.
Terrific.
Excellent show. Couldn't have a better one. Excellent
He's
band.
a very talented man.
How long have you been Lonnie Lee fans?
Since I was 16.
1959.
Yep. Yeah, 1960.
1959.
I used to go to his dances when I was 16. And he hasn't changed. He's still handsome.
Oh, fabulous. Absolutely. Took me back a few years. Just a few years.
Oh, I loved it. I'm going to cry. No, I've been a fan of his since I was 15, and I love him.
Lonnie Lee brings us back to where we grew up, and he's fantastic, just as he was years and years ago. Terrific show.
And I agree.
I thought the show was terrific. I've been a big fan of Lonnie Lee for a lot of years. Followed him since about 1957, and he's the only one really that's around now today that's holding us all together. And I think that anybody who's into rock and roll, rockabilly, or the nostalgia of good old Australian rock and roll, this is the show to see.
Sweetheart sends a letter of goodbye. It's no secret you'll feel better if you cry. When waking from a bad dream, don't you sometimes think it's real? But it's only false emotions that you feel. If your heartaches seem to hang around too long, and your blues keep getting bluer with each song. Remember, sunshine can be found behind a cloudy sky. So let your head down